I want to start by asking you, though, why you wanted to do this, and put another way, what you thought you could tell about this story of Crip against Blood that we know so much about in this city.
Well, first and foremost, the reason why I wanted to tell the story was because this is the environment that I was raised in.
Mm-hmm.
You know, this is the place that I made it out of, and to have an opportunity to have a voice, you know, on a national level, and a voice that people respect. I wanted to basically repose the question of, you know, what does it take to help our kids in the inner city? Because, you know, like on the tape he says, his destiny chose him, but we have to get these kids to choose their destiny. So, you know, my whole purpose for doing this was to be able to reach back in the community and inspire kids to want to dream and make it, and let them see other success stories.
The whole purpose of making the film was trying to search for a human face. Mm-hmm. That's the whole purpose of this, because the fact of the matter is, our evening news and our newspapers help encourage us to look at these young black men and these young Latino men as monsters. And we are encouraged to demonize them. They're scary looking. Mm-hmm. They have guns. They look strong. They've got tattoos. But these guys are actually human beings that have gone wrong. They're not sufficiently educated. Most of them, we talk about, you know, the broken home. These kids are born into non-homes. Most of the young men I met were born to unwed teenage mothers who were born to unwed teenage mothers. There's no home in the picture at all. You combine that with the fact that there's an unsafe street where they can't walk safely. There's no prospect of jobs. The education system's failing them. I mean, they have so many pillars at a young age where they're running up against. And so we have a situation that needs fixing. But we on the outside must look at it differently. And if we don't look at it differently, I don't think that a gentleman like him will ever have the power he needs and the resources to fix it, because we as the country have to look at it differently.
Whether or not, with all that you've said and the numbers at the moment that you quoted pointing in the right direction, whether or not this problem is so big and so out of control now that it's impossible for us to get our arms around it.
No.
I'm not a.
It's not.
Okay, I'm not a pessimist. But is it that big? Is it that bad?
We spend more on prisons than we do on education. Mm-hmm. When I got elected to the Assembly in 1994, we had roughly 72,000 people in prison. We have more than 170,000 people in prison. We're incarcerating more people per capita than any time in our history. Only, as I understand it, China, Russia, and South Africa on a per capita basis incarcerate more people. We need to relook at how we're addressing our penal system. We got to invest more in kids. We've got to give kids the skills they need to have alternatives. We got to preserve families. You know, many of these families, as was mentioned, need support. Education's critical. It just is.
Look, we defeated Nazi Germany and Japan in a single war in less than a decade, and we can't solve this in 4 decades? To me, what it says is that we're valuing children by color differently. We're rating them differently. And we must take a hard look at the way we perceive this, because that's the only way he's ever going to get the power, and Jeff Carr is going to get the power to fix this, is we have to change our perception. And they are our fellow Americans.